Ready?
Ready?
Yeah.
And we're off! Welcome to Season 2, Episode 1. Can't see me back here. Of Hearing Things with Julie and Brad. I know, but I want to show the people. Check this out. We are so excited.
This is fantastic.
This is our second... Hey, can you hold this?
Yeah, I got it. You got it. Go ahead.
I can't see him on the board.
Yep.
All right, so this is Season 2 of Hearing Things with Julie and Brad, which is just ridiculous to me.
Insane.
Like, that's crazy. This is the first episode of Season 2.
Yep.
In the 2025-2026 season.
Yep.
You're seeing the summer 2025, and then for sound, of course, hard of hearing, couldn't leave that out. But the big announcement,
yes.
This is your first episode by our company, Down the Tubes Productions.
Surreal.
This is the first time this is the episode that is produced under our company.
Yep.
So Hearing Things with Julie and Brad is now a division of Down the Tubes Productions. We are legit with a tax ID number and everything. And director, of course, is me because I have to be bossy. And then cameraman is Brad as he handles the text. So you ready? Let's do it again. Ready?
Let's do it. Okay, ready?
And
action!
Yay! All right, welcome back.
So?
Yes.
Cheers!
Cheers. Welcome back to Season 2.
Well, welcome back. Now we're in Season 2. They can't welcome them back to Season 2.
And to all, the 3 people that watch us, welcome back to watching
Hi, Tom
us
Venus!
Maybe we'll pick up 5 viewers this year. So if you're a fan of the show, we're harkening back to the shirts that we wore the very first time we made our very first episode back in Season 1 in summer of 2024, which is so crazy that it's been a year. I can't believe it. We've just done so many things. We're so proud of ourselves and so much more to come. So my hair looks a lot better than it did. For those that don't know, I did my hair for the episode. We were recording on Zoom. I was in Maine. You were down here in Massachusetts. And whatever possessed me, I don't know why. It was a hot day, and my bangs were a little problematic. So I grabbed hairspray, and I haven't used hairspray since the 80s, and the bangs just clumped up. And if you look at our very first introduction, they're hanging like a salute. It is so bad. It's so bad. So then I ran between recording the introductory episode and episode 1, grabbed my glasses, threw them on my head. That's why my glasses have now become a trademark of being on my head all the time. I can't see, but also because I need them. And it's like, you know what? They're always going to be on my head for the show because that goes back to our humble origins way back in summer of 24. So here we are. Got the beers going.
Yes.
Got our notes.
We do. I hear notes.
So, harkening back, it's been great.
It's been fantastic.
It's been so much fun.
I had no idea how successful and how much fun I would have doing this. I think that awesome. It's definitely something that we feel called to. It does sound trite, but there's a reason to it.
It's true.
I think that we're really hoping to do a lot of good. We're hoping to get people to converse amongst themselves and just be around people with hearing loss, which kind of segues into what our topic today is going to be: sympathy versus empathy. And absolutely. Anthony, we were out in Illegal Seafood across the street from the aquarium, and one of our friends, Anthony, who also has hearing loss, he was sitting around and he had to leave, and he just wanted to make sure that we understood how appreciative he was of having lunch and just go into see the fishes.
Yeah, and having people that are able to come together in a different way to empathize with what you're going through. We have so fortunate to have so many people in our lives, both separately and together now, that sympathize. They care for us deeply, that are patient, they repeat, they rephrase.
There you go, rephrase.
They consider, seating arrangements. They ask us about, hey, we're thinking of this restaurant. Will this work for you? Just incredible. But there's only so much they can understand.
Right.
So to have people, someone like you, of course me.
Yeah, of course.
And people around who are going through it and can truly empathize how you're feeling, it's so important. I can't understate it enough. And I've never had that. Before you, I never had that. I'm the only one.
Yeah. In
my family, my friend group, my work. It's just me. I'm it. And I did not realize how lonely I was and how badly I needed it until we met in July of 2024. And been together ever since, for better or worse. Right? I mean, you can't get rid of me now, so here we are.
Right, we have like a clapboard. What do they call it? Clapboard?
Clapboard, sure.
Sure. But so I'm only maybe 6 months ahead of her in having a community around the deaf and hard of hearing community, right? Because I got involved with HLA in January of last year, and then in July we met and started this show. So I have a little bit more experience in the community. I went to the HLA convention last year and this year as well, and so I got my first taste of it. And in those big situations, it's so I was like almost crying when I was at the first convention, because I didn't have to struggle to hear. Number one, I used the T-coil, and number two, everyone else had the same problem, and so I didn't have to feel guilty, which is something I struggle with. I feel guilty about not hearing or making somebody rephrase it or having to leave because my act of listening is just up here and I'm exhausted.
Right.
And so I think that I've had that community, but I didn't have a friendship until here. And that's really what the empathy really comes in, is like you can't know until you go through it. And that's why it's so important. This show is so important to both of us, because we want to be there for other people with hearing loss as well. As we get it. We know. I mean, the sympathy is great. The people in our lives, we can't thank them enough for all they do, but they can't go to the empathy level because they don't have it.
Right. And for me, having someone that understands me completely. Yeah. Right? Everybody else gets me about 90%. You get the full 100 because you know about this part of it. Not everybody does. And what a ride it has been.
Oh, yeah, it's a ride, all right.
For me, joining the hearing loss community for the first time, I mean, now we're both in leadership roles and we've really stepped forward. But the first convention I went to this past March, it was overwhelming. Yeah. In a good way. Yeah. But what was funny is I found myself defaulting to straining to hear, you know, like, getting frustrated. Why isn't there a T-coil? Why isn't there caption? And then I'll go, wait a minute. Hold on. Those things are here now. Right. So I've really been an adjustment for me to use those tools because I'm so used to being in the hearing world. Right. Being places with people of our community where those accessibility features are automatic. It's been life-changing.
It's great. It's really great. The community is there, and I think this is one thing that, again, I keep saying, this is what we want to do. And hopefully we can get people to like share their stories, because we both have different experiences of being hard of hearing or hearing impaired. But the empathy is still there, because just because it's a different flavor of hearing loss, it's a different experience, it's still the same struggle.
It's been awesome. I mean, we're a year into the show, we're a year into the blogs, we have collaborations with places, we're meeting all kinds of people, opportunities are coming our way. It just keeps rolling and is really, really exciting. Yeah, it's kind of unnerving at some time, but it's good. It's good. So please comment below, right? If you have any stories you'd like to share, if you haven't had that experience, please reach out and talk to people around, on the group. Good, yeah. Blue Moon. Please drink your beers. I mean, I'm sorry. Okay. We all know I went to BC, ultimate BC girl right here, and I'm slugging a beer in the middle of the conversation. So please join me. So I'm like a typical Boston College alumni right now. So yeah.
Anything else with empathy?
No. Thank you for watching, and thank you for joining us, and keep watching. We've got stuff coming, and we're just rolling along, and it's really excited to see what comes next.
Me too. Yeah, I never expected.
Never expected this. Did not think we would make it past 10 episodes. No way. Yeah. I said we're going to run out of things to talk about. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I don't have time for this. Football season's coming. Next thing I know, I blink my eyes. We have a company now. Like, what's up with that?
It's wild to think about.
It's been crazy. What about you? Did you think we would make it this far? Like, how many episodes did you think we would do?
I thought we might go for a while, but I didn't think that it would be... Every time I turn around, we have a new avenue to explore. Yeah. We have so many topics to think about. We've met so many great people. Yeah. And you just connect with people in the community because of the empathy, right? You talk about the hearing loss, and it doesn't matter what your history, your hearing history is. You have the empathy because like I said earlier, the struggle is real.
The struggle's real, people. Real. Yeah, it's crazy. It's you just never know in life what's coming around the corner.
Nope. You know what is coming around?
What?
Books.
You want to go first?
I'll go first. So I'm not going to show it because we don't have the hardware yet. It doesn't show up. But we will, hopefully soon, have an upgrade in technology, which I'm excited about. So my book is called The Second Bill of Rights by Cass Sunstein.
Heard of that.
So the Second Bill of Rights was part of FDR's fourth inaugural speech. In it, he laid out on this second Bill of Rights that he wished to roll out. And included in them, I'm just going to list 3 of them here, is the right to an adequate income for food, shelter, and recreation, which is very important. The other 2 is housing, right? So you have the right to housing, which is important. And the other one was the right to health care. Oh, what might have been for our hearing health had FDR lived a little longer. But so the Second Bill of Rights by Cass Sunstein kind of goes over it and goes over the time in which FDR was coming up with this Bill of Rights and what happened. And so it's a little bit of a slog because it is very academic, but it's fascinating, especially at this time, this political environment where rights are infringed upon probably a little too much, but we won't get too much into that. But read the book and think what might have been. Was it 60 years ago now? 43 he was elected, right? The 4th time. So yeah, like 60 years ago, we might have had another 10 Bill of Rights. So that's what I got. Are you going to lighten it up for us?
What I will say, and hopefully by the time this airs, I'll have more current information to share, but right now, in the House and Senate in Massachusetts, there's a bill being sponsored and trying to be pushed through to have insurance companies cover the cost of hearing aids. For those that don't realize, insurance either doesn't cover the cost of hearing aids or covers up to a small percentage. So, for example, I know the GIC covers up to $1,200, which is nothing when a pair of hearing aids that you need to work and be independent and sufficient in this state with insurance that we are required to purchase and have costs upwards of $7,000.
It's expensive.
So I hope that in future episodes I have a positive update, but I think it's a really important thing that people don't realize, that hearing aids aren't covered by insurance, batteries, dehumidifiers, cleaning kits, there's so many things that come along with this that we have to fund for ourselves.
Yep.
I'm not going to go on a rant.
Too late.
Talk about my book. It could get a lot worse if I keep going. I'm going to stop. My book.
Yes, what do you got?
I mean, lightening it up in the sense that it's fiction, so it's not academic. It's called Dava Shastri's Last Day, and it's by Kirthana Ramisetti.
We'll put the link.
Yeah, we can put the link in there. And it's basically a woman that's a billionaire, incredibly successful, has raised her kids. She's probably around my age, in her 50s, maybe a little bit older. And she has a terminal illness. And she's dying, and she wants to die on her own terms.
Oh.
And she's very open about her last wishes and wants her legacy to be celebrated while she is alive. But with that, lots of dark secrets start coming up.
Oh, interesting.
And it made me think...
Do you have dark secrets?
I don't know. I mean, maybe. I go back to George Bernard Shaw had a great quote. He said, everyone has skeletons in their closet. Might as well take them out and make them dance. It's fantastic. I have journals, so God knows. But it made me think, like, God forbid I get ill and I know my time is coming. Do I distribute my journals now so people have questions? Or do I just kind of hide them and let one of the kids discover them and go and have unanswered questions? I don't know. That's what she kind of struggles with in the book. It's really good. It made me think about how we handle end of life. Yeah. Culturally, personally, and what a personal process it is. So that was interesting.
Sounds good.
We could talk about that.
It sounds profound.
Get a couple more beers in and know that we'll talk about next. So that's it. Welcome back. Season 2. We did it. Yay!
All right.
We'll see you
everybody. Next week.
Take care. Bye.